Punk Revolution now. Hey everybody, today I'm a little bit sick, so my voice is kind of fucked up as you can probably, let me get the camera a little higher. My voice is a little fucked up as you can probably hear, so bear with me. I was partying too hard. I was celebrating the fact that I reached 500 subscribers and now I lost my fucking voice. So bear with me because today we're going to be reviewing 2019 for music, not for my personal life. That was fine. We're going to be reviewing it for music. So let's get this show started. How was 2019 for music? Was it an above average year for music? Average year for music? Below average year for music? This is my first year reviewing albums on YouTube. So I listened to a lot of music that came out in 2019, probably more so than 2018, for example, just because I was a little bit more active, keeping up with every single album, listening to the albums when they came out so I can review it for you. And there's a lot of albums that came out this year that I really liked, as you can probably tell from just watching my videos on my channel. You can go watch my top 10 albums of the decade list if you want, or of the year list. Regardless, whatever, I liked a lot of albums that came out in 2019. But being an honest YouTube critic, an honest music critic beyond YouTube, the most honest music critic on the planet, putting my biases aside, I don't have any biases. Just being honest with you, being a critical thinker, I think 2019 was a below average year for music, if I'm being entirely honest. Now, like I said, there are a lot of albums that came out this year I loved. But let me just show you something real quick, okay? So I have here a list of a bunch of albums that came out in the 80s, for every single year in the 80s. I'm just going to go bullet through the albums. 1980, Talking Heads, Remain in Light. Dead Kennedys, Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables. Young Marble Giants, Colossal Youth. 81, This Heat's the Seat, Glenn Branca's Ascension, Black Flags, Damaged. 82, Cure's Pornography, Bad Brains, Discharge, Hear Nothing, Say Nothing. 83, Metallica, Kill 'Em All, Rob's Murmur, Swan's Filth. 84, Metallica, Ride the Lightning, Iron Maiden, Power Slave, Cocktail Twins, Treasure, and Minutemen, Double Nickel on the Dime. 85, Kate Bush, Hounds of Love, Tom Waits, Rain Dog, Celtic Frost, 2, Megatherion. Come on, one of the best metal albums of all time. 86, Slayer, Rain and Blood, another one. Is Sonic Youth, Evil, and Big Black's Atomizer. I love that album. 87, Sonic Youth, Sister, Swans, Children of God, Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full, one of the most influential hip-hop albums of all time. 88, Sonic Youth, Daydream Nation, come on. Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back, and My Bloody Valentine Isn't Anything, and 89, The Cure's Disintegration, Morbid Angels, Altars of Madness, and Galaxy 500 on Fire. Okay, so the reason I did that was basically the 80s. I couldn't have done this with the 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s, and probably most years of the 2000s. What I just basically did was every single year of the 80s, and I could have picked any decade besides the 2010s, had albums that were just so impactful, amazing, influential, game-changing albums. Every single one of those albums I listed are just fucking massive albums. Extremely powerful, influential, amazing albums. I don't think there's any albums in my top 10 albums of the year list that came out this year that I felt were better than any of the albums I just listed. Okay, maybe I did like Titanic Rising and maybe the new Swans album a little bit more than maybe like a few that I just listed. But like in the grander scheme of things, every single year of the 80s, musically, I know for sure just because I just researched this, I liked every single year of the 80s for music better than I liked 2019. And I guarantee you, 90s was my favorite decade for music. It's true for the 90s as well. For sure true for the 60s. Probably is true for the 70s too. And probably true for the... So basically, what I'm trying to say is, nothing came out this year that I think is going to be that big of a fucking deal a decade or 2 decades from now. But if I looked at the 80s, all those albums are still big deals today. So, well, I love the music I listed in my top 10 albums of the year list. Come on, I think it's just not that good of a year for music. I don't think these albums are that big of a deal. That the ones that are just, I think the 2010s, there's some cultural crisis going on with the election of Trump and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the fuck is going on. My music is not as good as it used to be, I swear. Don't call me a conspiracy theorist or anything. It's true. I don't know. I mean, 2019 I think was average in compared to the rest of the 2010s. And I'm not being a fucking old man who's just trying to say that music's not as good as it was. I mean, that's literally what I'm saying right now. But I'm not being biased. I'm being honest with you. Can you really tell me that Igor is better than fucking Sonic the Youth's Danger Nation? And if you think so, come back to me when you're older, young man, after you've listened to 100,000 albums instead of 10 that Fantano told you to listen to. So 2019, below average. Maybe I'll make another video doing like my favorite decades for music in order or something. Just, I don't know, folks. 2019, I mean, whatever. If you disagree, go ahead and let me know in the comments. But that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. I hope you, you know, I don't know. Punk Revolution now, I guess, right? Punk Revolution? No. 70s, 60s, no, bye.